Alright, this video we're going to find the rate of change from an equation with two variables in it, x and y. Alright, so really, rate of change, what's another word for rate of change? And you should know that rate of change is the same thing as slope. And for us to find the slope, or rate of change, we want to put it in the y equals mx plus b format. And remember, our number that's in front of our x, that is our slope. The m represents our slope. The b is our y-intercept. Alright, so I'm going to convert this standard form into a slope-intercept form. So I need to move the x over to the other side. If you notice, I'm only wanting y by itself here. Alright, so the opposite of plus 3x is a negative 3x. And I'm going to do that to both sides. Notice that this cancels out, and we can bring down our 7y. 21 minus 3x is 21 minus 3x. We cannot add or subtract these two because one is letters and the other one is numbers. That would be just like saying you had $21 and you're going to subtract 3x's from it. There's no way you can subtract 3x's from $21. A lot of kids will say this is 18x, and there's no 18x at all. Alright, once we get to that, if you notice, we still need our y by itself. Alright, and we have 7y, so we only want 1y. So to get rid of the 7, we ask ourselves, what's the variable, which is y, and that we're talking about right here. And what's being done to this variable? It's being multiplied by 7. So what's the opposite of multiply by 7? Divide. We're going to divide everything by 7. And when I do, you see the 7's will cancel out because 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 1 times y is y. 21 divided by 7 is 3. And if you notice here, I'm going to put a little cloud around it. This right here is like a fraction. It is a fraction. So we're just going to say 3/7 and then put the little x right here. Alright, so what is my slope, my rate of change? Remember what we said. It's the number in front of the x. So if you look, here's the x right here. Alright, so what number's in front of it? Well, hopefully, and don't forget to take the sign with that. Well, if you see it, my rate of change, my slope, is going to be a negative 3/7. Let's try another one. Alright. Oops, I made a typo error and I just noticed it. This should be an x. Alright, so now we want the slope again. So again, we want to put it in y equals mx plus b. So we want the y by itself. So I'm going to subtract, this is a positive 2x, so I'm going to subtract 2x to both sides of the equal sign. This will cancel out. I'm going to bring down my negative 4y. Now remember, this is going to be 8 minus 2x. We're not adding or subtracting those. Now, what's my variable? It's y. What's being done to this y? It's being multiplied by negative 4. So what's the opposite of multiply by negative 4? Divide everything by negative 4. Alright, this will cancel these two out, which makes it y. 8 divided by negative 4 is going to be a negative 2. And you got to watch out. This is the part where we talked about earlier. Look at, I got two negatives this time. I have a negative 2 and a negative 4. That makes a positive. And what's 2/4 reduce? Well, 2/4 is really 1/2. So we'll just say 1/2. And then we'll have our x. So what is our slope? Our slope is the number in front of the x, and so my number is a positive 1/2. So my slope is 1/2.